Stop talking. Right now. You're doing it again. That nervous laugh, that over-explanation, that desperate need to fill dead air like silence will kill you. It won't kill you, but it's killing them. Every person who could have respected you, every room you could have owned, every negotiation you lost before you opened your mouth. You talk like a hostage reading a ransom note. Fast, frantic, begging them not to pull the trigger. Meanwhile, the man across from you says 6 words all meeting, doesn't smile, doesn't explain, doesn't apologize for taking up space. And when he speaks, the room goes silent like a blade just dropped. That's not charisma, that's control. Machiavelli watched princes get murdered for talking too much, poisoned, stabbed, overthrown by the quiet men who stood in the corner, said nothing, and remembered everything. He learned that speech is warfare, and you're bringing a megaphone to a knife fight. Not anymore. Today I'm teaching you the weapon Machiavelli never wrote down because it was too dangerous. Strategic silence. The pause that makes them flinch. The stare that makes them break. The exit that makes them chase. This isn't about being mysterious. This is about survival. Because in every conversation, someone is winning. And if you're talking this much, it's not you. Here's what's happening right now in your life. Someone asks you a simple question. Can you do this? And before they finish the sentence, you're already building your case, explaining, justifying, giving them 3 reasons why you can or can't, plus a personal anecdote, plus an apology for even having an opinion. They didn't ask for a dissertation, they asked for an answer. But you can't help yourself, because somewhere, someone taught you that more words equal more value, that if you just explain yourself clearly enough, people will understand you, respect you, trust you. They lied. What actually happens? They zone out. They categorize you. They move you into the box labeled harmless, and they never move you out. Machiavelli didn't write The Prince for harmless people. He wrote it for survivors, for people playing a game where second place means exile or death. You're playing that same game. You just don't realize it yet. Every job, every relationship, every room you walk into, someone is measuring you. And your mouth is writing checks your presence can't cash. Today we fix that. If you're yet to subscribe to the channel, smash that subscribe button right now. Also, like this video so more people get to hear this truth. 1. Nervous chatter, the disease of weak men. Listen to someone who's losing. Actually, listen. They talk like they're being chased, words tripping over each other, sentences that don't end, they just trail off into new sentences, laughing at things that aren't funny, finishing your thoughts because they can't stand the gap between their words and yours. This is panic disguised as conversation, and everyone hears it. Not consciously, but deep in the part of the brain that still remembers when silence meant a predator was close. People hear your fear. They feel it. And they catalog you. Not a threat. Safe to ignore. Safe to interrupt. Safe to dismiss. Now watch someone dangerous talk. Slow, deliberate. Every word lands like a stone in still water. They're not performing, they're not entertaining you, they're simply there, taking up space like they own the deed to it. Silence doesn't scare them, they live in it. When they finally speak, you're already leaning in, you're already listening. Because scarcity is value, and they've made their words scarce. Here's what Machiavelli understood that you don't. The nervous survive by being beneath notice, small prey, not worth the effort. But you're not trying to survive. You're trying to win, and winners don't babble. Here's what I want you to do. 3 conversations. That's all I'm asking. Next 3 times you talk to anyone, colleague, friend, stranger, cut your speaking speed by half. Physically force yourself to slow down. Pause between sentences. Let your words breathe. Let them sit in the space you create. You will feel naked, exposed, like you're doing it wrong, good. That feeling is your nervous system realizing it can't hide anymore. It can't use noise as camouflage. Sit in that discomfort. Let it burn through you. Then watch what happens. People stop interrupting you. They stop checking their phones. They stop preparing their next sentence while you're still talking. They listen. Not because you got more interesting, because you got more expensive. And expensive things command attention. 2. The pause. Weaponizing. 3 seconds. Someone asks you a question. Right now, this is what you do. You answer. Immediately, reflexively, like your mouth has a faster trigger than your brain. You think this makes you seem sharp, engaged, helpful. It makes you seem trained, like a dog that barks on command. Powerful people don't react. They consider. And consideration takes time. Here's the new protocol. Question arrives. You count. 1, 2, 3. Then you speak. What does this do? First, it gives your brain time to actually process, instead of just vomiting up the first thought that surfaces. You'd be horrified to know how many verbal mistakes you make simply because you gave yourself 0 seconds to think. Second, it creates pressure. That pause, just 3 seconds, will feel like 30 to them. They'll feel it like weight on their chest. They'll wonder if you're judging their question, if you're about to say no, if you even think they're worth answering. You've said nothing, and you've already shifted the power. Third, it kills your people-pleasing reflex. Most of your word vomit comes from terror of awkward silence. The pause forces you to face that terror until it stops controlling you. Machiavelli wrote, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are." The pause is how you control what they see. There's a CEO, won't name him, but you'd recognize the company who became legendary for this. Meetings with him were psychological warfare. You'd ask a question, simple question. Should we proceed with the acquisition? He'd just look at you. No expression, no nod, no, let me think. Just eyes, locked on yours. For 5 seconds, that felt like 5 minutes. People would crack. They'd start backpedaling. I mean, unless you think, or we could also. Then he'd speak, calm, quiet. 6 words. Yes, but not at that price. And the meeting was over. His words didn't carry more weight because of what he said. They carried weight because of what he made you endure to hear them. You can do this today. Count to 3. Every question, every time. It will feel impossible. Like you're being rude, like you're malfunctioning. You're not. You're recalibrating. You're training yourself to be comfortable in the exact space where weak people panic. 3. Killing because. The one-word boundary. Pop quiz. When's the last time you said no without explaining why? Can't remember. Exactly. You've been domesticated, trained like a circus animal to justify every boundary you set. Every refusal needs a reason. Every no needs a because. But here's what you're actually doing when you explain yourself. You're asking for permission to have boundaries. Think about it. No, I can't. Because I have a deadline. What are you really saying? You're saying, here's my excuse. Please evaluate it. If it's not good enough, I'll comply. You just handed them a veto. Now try this. No. That's it. Full stop. No decoration. No apology tour. What happens? They short-circuit. Wait, why not? And here's where 90% of people cave. The pressure hits and they immediately start explaining, backpedaling, softening. Don't. You can acknowledge without answering. I'm not able to. It doesn't work for me. I'm going to pass. Notice, none of those are explanations. They're repetitions of your boundary in different words. Why this works. Machiavelli knew that justification invites negotiation. When you give reasons, you're communicating. My position is not final. I can be moved, argue better, and I'll fold. But when you refuse to justify, you send a different message. This is not a negotiation. This is information. Do with it what you will. Does this mean never explain yourself? No. Sometimes context helps. Sometimes collaboration requires transparency. But be honest, most of your because statements aren't strategic. They're fear. Fear of seeming difficult, fear of being disliked, fear of someone thinking you're not nice. The challenge. For 1 week, every time you say no to anything, stop there. Do not add a reason unless directly asked. And even then, 1 sentence, maximum. They'll test you. They'll push. Come on, why not? Just doesn't work for me. But what's the actual reason? I said it doesn't work for me. Hold the line. First few times they'll be confused, maybe annoyed. By day 3, something shifts. They stop asking. They stop pushing. Because they've learned you're not a negotiation, you're a fact. And facts don't need to explain themselves. 4. Strategic ambiguity, the fog of war. Let me guess, you think being an open book makes you trustworthy. It doesn't. It makes you solvable. And solvable people are controllable people. Machiavelli spent chapters on this. The power of the unknown. He told princes to be unreadable, to keep allies and enemies both guessing about true intentions. Why? Because uncertainty creates hesitation, and hesitation buys time. And time is the resource that wins wars. When people know exactly what you think, how you'll react, what you'll do next, they can plan around you, manipulate you, dismiss you. But when you're a variable they can't solve, they have to move carefully. They have to treat you like a loaded weapon with the safety off. This is not lying. This is controlling information flow. What do you think about the merger? Full transparency. I think it's a terrible idea because of XYZ and I'm voting against it. Strategic ambiguity. Still evaluating. Notice you didn't lie. You just refused to give them certainty. Are you taking that job offer? Transparent. Yes, I'm accepting tomorrow. Ambiguous. I'm weighing my options. Same truth, different power position. Why this matters. Information is leverage. Poker players don't show their cards. Negotiators don't name their bottom line. Generals don't broadcast troop movements. But you're giving away your entire hand because someone asked politely. Here's the play. When asked about plans, opinions, or intentions, default to vague but true answers. I'm considering a few things. It depends. We'll see. Still thinking it through. This will frustrate people. Let it. Their frustration is proof you have something they want, information, and now they can't just take it. They have to earn it. Strategic ambiguity isn't about being shady. It's about being selective. Not every question deserves a full answer. Not every person needs to see your cards. Machiavelli's princes didn't survive by being open. They survived by being careful. Be careful. 5. The stare. Silent domination. Your eyes are a weapon. You just don't know how to use them yet. Most people break eye contact the second it gets uncomfortable. They look away. They check their phone. They find something, anything, to focus on that isn't the person in front of them. And in that moment, they lose. Eye contact is a dominance battle. Primal, unspoken. The person who looks away first submits. You feel it even if you don't name it. When you hold someone's gaze, especially in tension, disagreement, or confrontation, you're saying, I am not afraid of you. I am not uncomfortable. I am here, fully, and I'm not backing down. That is power in its purest form. How to deploy it. Someone challenges you, disagrees, pressures you. Hold their gaze. Don't glare. Don't try to intimidate. Just look at them. Calm, steady, present. Let the silence sit between you like a third person in the room. Most people crack in 5 seconds. They'll start talking again, backpedaling, filling the void with nervous noise. You do nothing, you wait. This works everywhere. Meetings where someone's trying to steamroll you. Negotiations where they're waiting for you to flinch. Arguments where they expect you to get emotional. Daily conversations where someone's testing your boundaries. The stare, combined with silence, asserts control without a single word. The key. You must be comfortable with discomfort. If you're faking it, if you're nervous inside, they'll sense it. Your eyes will dart, your face will twitch, you'll break. So practice. Low-stakes situations first. Hold eye contact with the barista, with your colleague, with strangers. Get comfortable sitting in the discomfort until it doesn't bother you anymore. Because once you master the stare, you'll never need to raise your voice again. Machiavelli understood, perception shapes reality. If you appear unshakable, people treat you as unshakable. The stare is how you appear unshakable. 6. The exit. Walking away first. Here's the rule nobody teaches you. The person who leaves first wins. Think about every interaction you've ever had. Who controls it? The person desperately trying to extend it, or the person comfortable walking away? When you leave first, you signal, you have somewhere better to be. This interaction, while fine, is not essential. You're not dependent on their attention, approval, or presence, and that makes you magnetic. Machiavelli wrote about appearing indifferent to outcomes. When you seem too invested, people know they can leverage that investment against you. But when you seem fine either way, they have no leverage. The exit demonstrates that indifference. In practice, when a conversation's run its course, you end it. You don't wait for them to signal it's over. You don't linger hoping they'll dismiss you. You say, I need to get going, and you leave. When a meeting's dragging, you stand up first. No permission, just, I have another commitment, and you're gone. When someone's talking at you and you're not interested, you cut it short. I'll let you get back to it. Then walk. This is not rude, this is self-respect. Why most people can't do this. They're terrified of offending someone, so they become passengers in every social situation. Someone else is always driving. You need to drive? The exit also reveals who actually values you. When you leave first, you discover who reaches out again. Who valued the relationship. Who was just using you for attention. The ones who matter will come back. The ones who don't will disappear. And that's valuable information, so stop waiting for permission to leave. Stop waiting for the right moment. The right moment is when you decide it is. Walk away first, every time. Machiavelli's princes didn't rule through speeches, they ruled through presence. You've learned the 6 weapons today. 1. Slow your speech. Scarcity creates value. 2. Pause before answering. Make them wait for your words. 3. Stop explaining yourself. Justification invites negotiation. 4. Stay strategically ambiguous. Don't give away your hand. 5. Hold the stare. Silent domination through eye contact. 6. Leave first. Control the interaction by ending it. These aren't tricks. These are corrections, resets, deprogramming years of conditioning that taught you to shrink, apologize, and fill every silence with noise. You're done shrinking. Subscribe to learn the language of power. I'll see you in the next one.